He opened his mouth and I was like, it was really rich.
30 seconds.
I've got.
Quiet it down.
We're getting a phone call at the top of the show, guys, so expect it. If we don't get it, we'll just carry on. My wayward son.
Carry on my.
I'll grab it. You won't know when.
Who's singing that? Oh, that was better than me.
Well, she is a singer.
Five, four,
Our place, where we can dream and share it. Our place, you'll find a friend to care.
Woo! We are Our Place Out Loud. I'm your lovely and captivating host, Louise Palanker. Panel, stop talking. Oh, do we have a lovely group for you. Very, very, very colorful and panoramic. We've got Devin, Sio, Kiamute, Alex Silver, Olivia, Aaron Austin, Rory, Jake's in the booth back from family camp, and we have a special in-studio guest. We have Patty, and she's going to do some musical numbers at the end of the show, and she's here with Joe. Everyone should have a Joe, because then you'd have guitar music wherever you went, and it would be joyful. Joe. So we are excited because we're hopefully at the top of the show we're going to get a phone call from Ruby, and she'll be calling in. Did everyone have a good and excellent week? I know you don't have a mic back there, Jake, but everyone lived through family camp? Okay, so there were no deaths logged. That is a successful vacation then, right, Alex? Alex Silver. Very
Right,
exciting. Answer the phone, please, young Sharon. Pardon me? Howard yelled some instruction at me in code. Ruby's on the phone.
Ruby's on.
Get my headphones in place. Hello, Ruby.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I really enjoyed your article. That was on the Huffington Post?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
How exciting is that?
Yeah, it's really cool.
So was the idea for the article your idea, or was it something that you were asked to write about?
Oh, well, it actually had been a topic I was discussing, but yeah, I was asked to write about it, and I did have a lot to say on the topic.
You absolutely did. So the topic is, go ahead and tell everybody the topic and sort of your thesis statement.
So I'm 13, and this is just my personal experience. Like, other people may use Facebook, but none of my teen friends really are on Facebook. And I'm only 13. Maybe kids a little older than me do. But nobody my age that I know of really uses Facebook.
Right, and you gave your reasons why, and it seemed to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, and you're here with a panel. I don't know if you've got your computer on so you can see everybody who's here, but there's a lot of kids on here, mostly a little bit older than you. But it seemed to me that, like, what you were kind of saying is that kids are always going to look for that next wave of technology that their parents are not yet aware of, so they can sort of escape them. And as soon as your mom's friends started joining Facebook and going and liking your pictures, it became like, get me out of here. Was that kind of what started happening?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of embarrassing because what started happening to me was all of my mom's friends, like I would post a photo of myself that was like meant for like my friends to like and stuff. And then all of my mom's friends would like start commenting and be like, "Oh, Ruby, you look so mature. Oh, she's growing up," and like stuff like that. And I'd be like, "Oh, no, I don't really want you guys to look at me."
Well, see, now you're helping me understand something, because when I will comment on the picture of the daughter of a friend of mine, I'm always like, why am I the only one commenting? Doesn't she have friends? And it's like, yes, she does, and they don't want to see what you're about to write. So, but it's just so hard because they're so cute. You have to. Like, look at you. So maybe there's like a time frame of like between 13 and 18 where it's like Facebook is like, too many of my parents' friends and my grandparents' friends and everything. Do you think that you'll eventually want to have a Facebook account? Because we kind of use it for business, a lot of grown-ups. Like, we really use it for more than just posting photos and having fun. We really use it to network. Do you think that your friends will eventually want one, or what do you think is going to happen in the future of social media?
I think Facebook is a great idea. I think it's a great social network, but I think it's better for older people. Like I know my mom's adult friends and my mom's friends, and they all love it because it's a great website. It's just I don't really want my mom and my mom's parents, friends, and stuff. Like I don't really need them to be seeing all that. Like it's great to keep in touch with like my grandma and stuff, but like it's kind of weird to have my friends and then my adult friends mix.
Mm-hmm. So is
They're
there some
two very
stuff that?
different things.
So when you post to Facebook, are you in the mind frame of almost like, okay, this is family album-y. This is for all the relatives to see, and it's not really for my friends. And if my friends see it, fine. But it's nothing, it's fine. Let the grown-ups comment on how mature I look. Is that kind of what you're thinking when you post to Facebook? But when you post to Instagram, it's more of your natural personality.
Yeah, like my Instagram, like I don't know if you're familiar with the term selfie.
Oh,
but,
she's familiar
it's
with
like
it.
a photo of yourself.
yes, I am.
And on Instagram, that's what everyone my age posts. It's all selfies. And on Facebook, that's like what it used to be. Like from what I've heard, like I didn't really know that much about Facebook. Like what was supposed to be posted on Facebook, only like from what I've seen in movies and from on Tumblr and stuff. And, it's kind of uncomfortable to like be scrolling through someone's news feed and like to have like, because a lot of girls post provocative photos of themselves.
They do.
And then it's just so uncomfortable to watch like their adult people who they're friends with like comment looking beautiful, and then like have the rest of like their younger friends comment.
Yeah.
It's just the most uncomfortable thing.
Yeah, it's like these are lines that should not be crossed. Go ahead, Alex.
Well, in terms of like the top three, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for me, I like to rate it as like if I'm going to post anything personal, selfies, Instagram. Twitter is like all my like I don't want to filter any of my thoughts, and then Facebook's like the leftovers now. That's how it is for me. I'll post the filtered everything that's like fine tuned right over there. Like what do you do?
Well, okay.
I completely agree. I think Facebook is kind of everything combined, and I think I kind of like it better. Everything has its place.
Very well said. Very well said. Olivia?
Well, okay, so last year, a bunch of my brother's friends who are like 13, 14 added me on Facebook because
You're beautiful.
Try.
Your brother's friend.
So, they all, like, they're all girls, and they all post pictures where they're almost naked. So I went and I unfriended every single one of them, and I reported every single one of their pictures.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because that's not okay. You are 14 years old, wear a shirt.
That's your moderator, everybody.
All right. How does everybody feel about boy selfies with abs or ribs? I can't really tell what that is.
They're ribs.
Devin?
Well, I got such a rockin' Spartan bod that I get too many likes, I crash the site. So I had to stop taking those photos. I think they're weird, honestly.
They're just so creepy.
These guys, like some guy want, because my Instagram is, I have it set to private, or it's like private, so I have to approve the people who want to follow me. And this guy tried to follow me the other day, and like his main profile is just like him with like those V muscles going down there. I'm like,
What is that?
who are you, and why do you want to follow? I'm a guy. What? I mean, I have the body of a 14-year-old girl, but why do you want to follow me? And it's strange. It's just too strange for me.
Yeah, so do you ever, are kids nice on Instagram? I guess that's the question I want to ask you, Ruby, is because, our place, we have our place because we want kids to be nice to each other, and we want there to be a place where kids can talk to each other and know that if there were any rude comments that they would get reported and that person could potentially be banned because we put kindness first. So are your friends putting kindness first on Instagram, or is it like a free-for-all? Like you might post a selfie that you're really proud of and some idiot girl at your school might say something mean?
Oh, no. With Instagram, I have not seen that much bullying. The most bullying I've seen is this new thing with girls my age is what they do is they put their friends in their Instagram bios. Like, let's say they have, like, a group of, like, close-knit friends.
Right.
They put, like, the names of all their friends in their Instagram bios, and it's like, if you get in a fight with them, you're immediately removed from the bio.
Oh, my gosh. You've been
Yeah,
banished.
it's like, oh, my God, she took me out of her bio. Oh, my God. It's like, I mean, there's no, like, bullying, like, commenting on the photos, but it's like, oh, my God, I can't believe that's me. Oh, my God. Like, that's basically it.
Oh, and that's so girl right there.
Is that the click then?
That's the click
new-
of the moment.
Is the new click is Instagram?
Oh, yeah.
We
I
wear
guess
pink
so.
on Wednesdays.
Instagram
Being included in that.
used to be, in the 90s, MySpace. So...
It wasn't the 90s.
In the 90s.
Or
I
the-
just
2001.
Or the 20s or whatever.
The aughts.
Austin.
I just saw this hilarious video clip of Jerry Seinfeld. It's about 45 seconds. And I think on YouTube it was called like Facebook in the 90s or something. And he's talking about how adults are like using their answering machines and the social dynamic revolving around the answering machine very, very accurately describes how Facebook is used today.
Okay.
I vaguely remember something like want to seem important among a group of people you don't care about or something. So it's very fun. Just look up on YouTube, Jerry Seinfeld, Facebook, 90s.
All right, I will check
Very
that out.
insightful.
Rory.
Yeah, I think he was saying, too, like, that it's a way to talk to people, like, the answering machine is a way to talk to people that you don't actually really want to talk to, and that it's just a way to keep in touch with people you don't like,
Okay.
and a way to, like, tell people you don't care about what you're doing.
Oh, because like you used to sometimes you'd have to return a call and you'd hope they weren't there, so it'd go to the machine, so you could be like, "Hey, sorry I missed you," and like now you can just like their picture.
Yeah.
It's like I don't really want to talk to you, but I'm very fond of you. I'm just extremely busy, so this is what I hope happens. And now Facebook gives you an opportunity to go like, or. You know, sometimes I'll like a comment of someone I don't even know just because the comment is funny on someone else's picture. So Facebook is fun for like, it's like, yay, points for being hilarious. Like, you win. You get a little heart. Please, we're going to have to let you go, Ruby, and I thank you so much for taking part in the show. And please check out Ruby's blog, which is on the hellogiggles.com, where she writes just excellently for a 13-year-old. I'm very, very proud of you. You're doing a wonderful job, and congratulations on all of your achievements. And hopefully you'll call back and come visit us when you're in Los Angeles, okay?
What's her full name?
Ruby
Yeah,
Karp.
thank you so much.
And follow Ruby on Twitter, Ruby Karp, Karp. Thank you
Don't
so
look for
much.
her on Facebook.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah, unless you're her auntie, do not look for her on Facebook. Thank you so much. And now the phone lines are open. You can give us a call at 888-531-7171. We're going to dive into some questions here. We have Elaine. I broke up with my boyfriend and blocked him on Facebook, and he friended my mom. Now they're talking about a lot of things. What do I do to stop this? And then further on in the conversation, she goes on to say that the guy would always like badmouth her mother. And now he's kissing up to her mother just obviously to get to her. Go ahead, Kyo.
Talk to your mom.
Hello.
I mean,
Yeah.
what does your say that, Mom, don't talk to my ex-boyfriend. I broke up with him.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. I mean, and all the mom would, and the mom might like, you know, be like, well, what do I say? Because, you know, some people never learn the language to use, and they don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. What you say is, this is just not appropriate or comfortable for me since you and my daughter broke up, and I like you very much, and I was very fond of you, but I can't continue talking to you. Aaron.
Yeah, can I just say that's really weird? It's like you break up. Oh, I think I'll go friend your ex-boyfriend on Facebook. That's just bizarre.
Well, he probably sent the mom a friend request.
I know, but she accepted. That's just bizarre.
Yeah.
Phone. No, it didn't sound. What? Let me reread it. Hold on, Rory. I broke up with a boyfriend and blocked him on Facebook, and he friended my mom.
Yeah,
that's a proactive.
That's just, and she
movement.
accepted. That's
Right?
I don't understand.
Yeah, she should have just declined it because you can be hit ignore, and it's like,
Yeah.
go ahead, Liv.
Okay, so I broke up with my boyfriend, and then his mom went and friended me, which was really weird. And she messaged me asking, like, me if I would get back together with him. But like, it was her.
That's kind of sad.
And she was just like, I'm gonna miss you around. It's not. I'm gonna just come back. And I'm just like, I wasn't dating you. Like,
So
I'm
this
gone.
is like
Had that
another
happen.
case of parentals being over involved. So yeah, I mean, really talk to your mom, and then if she won't, just stay out of it because, you can't control what your mom does or doesn't do, but you can continue to not talk to this guy and continue to tell your mom this is just not cool and because I need some space from this guy. And it sounds like he's like overly possessive if he was going to go and do that. Okay, we've got a caller.
I need to clean something up.
Hello? Yes, clean it right up, Mrs. Culfer, because you're on the air live on Our Place Out Loud.
Oops.
Did she just say oops?
No.
I know she wasn't talking to me. That's why it was funny, Matt. I'm often hilarious. Matt's like, oh, man, I just got told. How are you, Mrs. Culfer?
Good.
Good.
Yes, Dad?
Are you still talking to...
Cleaning up something in my room.
So she's still...
I'm trying to clean up some pillows.
She has to clean up some
trying
pillows.
to get them in a nice and neater pile.
In a neat pile.
The ultimate troll.
All right.
Father.
Do you want to call back, Mrs. Culfer?
I don't think she's.
Just go, Dad.
I don't think she's listening.
All right, use your indoor voice.
Did she call us by accident?
By now.
Maybe it's a pocket dial.
She butt dialed the hotline.
She has some Our Place on speed dial.
We love you. Bye now.
Are you there, Jordan? Jordan?
Sorry.
Are you there, Jordan?
Maid.
Are there any family members currently tormenting you?
No. Just cleaning up for the maid and my dad.
Oh, yeah. My husband does that, too. I'm like, you're cleaning up for the cleaning woman?
That's so...
I don't get
I'm
it.
not the only one who wonders that.
And you know what? There is some wisdom to it because if you don't clean up for the cleaning woman, she will put things away and you won't be able to find them. So if you put things
No,
where...
she puts them up so I can't find them.
Well, but then that's why you want to clean up for her. Then you know where they are. Go ahead, Sia.
I was away for a week,
Yeah.
and we have this really, really good cleaning. Like, she has like a skill, like a
Okay,
talent
Mom.
for organizing, and my room was switched around.
Yeah.
Like the drawers were on the left and they were on the right, and then like the bookshelf was in the place where the drawers were. And
Yeah.
I came home from a week of camp and I was very tired, and when I got home I was very confused because I didn't know where anything was.
No, you don't want an obsessive-compulsive cleaning woman
It was
because
horrible,
you really
but she
can't
was
find
really
them.
sweet. I gave her truffles for Christmas.
Well, that's because you're really sweet. So what did you have to say, Mrs. Culfer?
Oh, I was just trying to make it a regular thing where I called in. That's really about it.
Oh, well, we're
And
really
maybe
excited.
answer a question.
All right. Did you have any thoughts about the... Well, why don't you stay on the phone with us while we get to the next question. It's from Al. This is pretty urgent. I'm really confused about what's going on with me and this boy. Let's call him Toby. Okay, so Toby popped up to me on Facebook saying I am beautiful, lovely, etc., and he got my number. At this point, we were talking, but now he'll go from asking for a picture, which I say no to, by the way, to you're my best friend. So I don't know what to think, but I need to ask him. How can I ask him without sounding pathetic? All right, so I'm going to cut to the chase here and ask, why does she care what some stranger who is pretending to... I think we're going to have to hang up the phone, Jordan, because there's just too much background noise in your life tonight. But thank you for calling in. Why? First, I mean, there's just so many red flags, and I don't even know where to start. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, first thing that when he's asking for a picture with quotes around it.
Oh, we know what that means.
You know
And
what that means.
And so does she. But she
why
gave
would
a
you give
kid
her phone number?
her phone number who's not probably really a kid.
Yeah, phone numbers like nowadays aren't as delicate as they used to be. As you know,
Yeah, that's
you can
true.
give them out, and you can still block somebody, but you should still treat it with some respect. Don't just give out your phone number, because I can Google someone's phone number and get anyone.
Also, first and foremost, don't friend people you don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a violation of the rules of your online conduct in any household of someone under the age of 18. Do not friend someone you don't know. Don't give out personal information. Like, aren't you guys even taught this at school?
Right.
Isn't it just basic online safety? It's like saying don't cross the freeway. Why do people... What's wrong with the kids? Go ahead, Keo.
I'm a little confused from reading this. What
Yeah.
does she want to ask him?
She wants to know if he likes her or if they're just friends. Because when she doesn't send him pictures, he goes back to wanting to be just friends. When they're not even dating in the first place. I'm sorry, this question just makes me really angry.
Yeah.
Aaron.
I mean, it sounds like neither is true.
Yeah.
Not actually interested in her and doesn't want to be her friend. It sounds like
He
just
wants naked pictures of girls.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's nothing in this for you. I mean,
Okay, so true story, before the internet, I would get these phone calls from some guy and he would be like, guess who it is? And then I would guess because I had a friend who at the moment was at the Betty Ford Clinic. So I would guess, and he would go, yeah, and then he'd pretend to be that person, and then he'd start saying all these sexual things. And so pretty soon, like, I was like, all right, it's not really this friend of mine, because I didn't want to be not there for him while he was going through treatment, but it's not really him, because he would never do that. And so I was like, I go, I'm not talking to you, because I go, if you're really Tom, what's your last name? And that stumped him. You know, he dead, like, what? Like a cartoon character, like coming to a screeching halt. If you're really Tom, what's your last name? So he screeching halt, and then long pause, and he's like, do you have any phone numbers of any of your friends? So it's like, it's the same thing. Like, the guy is just trolling. Right? You got A for effort. But, like, the guy is just trolling for naked pictures. You don't know him, and he can't love you.
And the minute he asked for a picture, you would think she would immediately unfriend this guy. Like, you
Yeah,
know what he's looking for.
that's
You don't even
weird.
know who he is. It's weird.
That's Patty talking, and she's our special guest star, and she's going to sing later. You absolutely weigh in. Weigh in.
It's our place.
It's our...
Displace him.
Thank you,
Unfriend.
Alex.
Yeah.
Very nicely said. Yeah. Have nothing to do with this guy. Block him. Don't make friends with strangers on Facebook. Who wants to read the question from Need Help? Aaron, you have a nice radio voice.
Well, thank you. So, need help. I need help. My mom is way overprotective. I'm 13 and I'm not allowed to have Instagram. I'm not allowed to watch PG-13 movies unless she's seen it first, and I'm not even allowed to text boys. It's not fair. Please give me as much help as you have. Thanks.
Be a lesbian.
All right.
Be a lesbian.
I mean, that
That's
kind
against-
of... It solves every problem, just about. Devin.
So so he's 13 years. Tough. That's all I gotta say. I mean, my mom, she tried to ban me and my brothers from watching The Simpsons when I was like 17 years old. I mean, when you're under 18, it's kind of, especially even after. I know some of my friends' parents who are over 18 but still living with their parents, and their parents, you live under my roof, you're not paying the bills, you still abide by their rules. So
Yeah.
especially since you're 13, Instagram's overrated.
Well, one of the
Just
things
wait.
that you can do is you can say, when may I expect to receive those privileges?
Yeah, exactly.
Because then it's not this constant, like, give your kids a known entity to work within. Go ahead, Keo.
Yeah, I would ask that question and try and show your mom that you're mature and try and give her a reason to give you more freedoms and things and show that you're mature.
Very well said, Alex.
Yeah, for my mom, I think I've said this before on the show, but she blocked like all the cool shows on TV for me until I moved out to college. It was the weirdest thing. I never understood it. But what you have to do is, one, find out the passcode for the parental controls,
Right.
Which is her birth year. I'm just kidding. Sorry. I'm
In
sorry.
case you ever go over.
In case you. But
And you need to see The Simpsons
but
like
in all
really
se-
badly.
But in all seriousness, try to, instead of trying to do this all on your own, maybe watch it with your parents. I know some shows are risque, but if your parents are willing to sit next to you and then cover your eyes when you're supposed to, slowly but surely, they'll maybe let off a little bit and let you watch those shows. I think right
you'll
now
desensitize them.
Yeah, exactly. But they might think that you're just going to watch these shows and start repeating, and because you're very easy to mold.
But
That's
you know,
all.
like, even kids' movies, I don't think are the best influence because someone's always getting hit like right in the crotch, and like that's
it's
supposed
funny.
to be funny, and so kids are going to go and hit each other in the crotch because it happens in almost pretty much every kid comedy that involves any sport at all. Show me a movie where that scene doesn't take place, and that's like not a good influence because that's those are important body parts. Go ahead, Olivia.
Important body.
I think with like the texting boys thing, like maybe sit her down and try to explain to her that like they can just be friends, and by like not allowing her to talk to them, like she's cutting off a big, group of people. Like that's like I feel like 50% of everybody.
Or like another kind of argument to use with your mom is just like, while I'm living here with you guys, I want to have these experiences so that I have a safety net, so that when I fall, we can talk about it. But if you don't let me do anything, like Alex's mother, until I go to college, then when I watch The Simpsons, I'm going to be horrified that Bart rides his skateboard in the middle of the street.
Just like I was. I was horrified.
Who hasn't talked? Rory.
I was just going to say also, I think we talked about this once before. on this show, but you can also try to like boys with ambiguous names, like Rory, for instance, or Alex, or
Kimute.
or Devin. Yeah, basically every guy here.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, Devon.
Aaron.
Going back to something that you said earlier, Wheezy, I mean, like, it sounds like there's something that your parents aren't seeing in you yet that they want to see in you, like some sort of level of responsibility or something. And I can't say what that is. I don't know what it is.
Or it could be the parents.
Right, or it could be, that's totally possible.
Because
it could just be the parents.
'cause-
But I recommend asking your parents, look, is there some reason why you feel I can't do these things? Is there something that you want to see in me before I can do these things? There's something you want from me.
Because for a lot of parents, I really feel like the reason the kid is not getting the privilege is that the parent doesn't want to spend that evening worried. Like, you're not going over here because I don't want to spend like 7 hours, like, pulling my hair out because I don't know if you're okay. So sometimes kids don't get privileges simply because the parents are kind of selfish. Like, I just don't want to be, all wound up in a knot until you walk back in the door. And so, talk with your mother about like what, when might I expect to see this privilege and what would I need to show you so that you didn't worry? Because I love you so much, Mom. The last thing I want to do is cause you any worry. I want to show you that I'm responsible with privileges. Go ahead, Q.
And yeah, that in itself is kind of a mature thing to ask and say, so that might even show them something. But
Right.
also with the boys, I think we talked about it last week about introducing the boy to your parents so that they
Right.
know them.
If they know the boy. We are at 888-531-7171. Please give us a call if you have any thoughts. Let me see. Theo, would you like to read the letter from Anonymous? I thought this one, actually, I looked at the user's name, and it does come from a boy. And I'm telling you that because I think it just frames it more differently. So go ahead and read the letter.
I have a brother who is 13, turning 14 soon. Sometimes I feel he's gay, and here are some reasons why. He likes to talk about his private with other guys, and even showed it to one. He's never dated a guy, but a lot of girls, so it's weird. He has said he doesn't find girls naked hot. Sorry if it's inappropriate. I know some gay guys, not to stereotype, have a different voice, walk, dress nicer. He doesn't do any of that, which leads me to think he isn't gay, but IDK. I notice when I jokingly mess around, which I shouldn't, call him gay, he gets mad and a little emotional. He likes a lot of girls, but IDK if he says it to hide that he is, and when my sister has friends over, he gets along with them well. What do you think? Gay, bi, straight? It doesn't matter to me. He's my little brother. I still love him. I'm just curious.
Q.
I kind of think he's just curious about things, maybe confused.
I mean, I think for anybody's little brother, you could probably make a list of things that would make them gay or straight,
Yeah.
and I just don't think there's any reason why why we have to categorize people, before they're ready to tell you what they think they are, because just so many confusing things go through a kid's head at various times, and honestly, a 13-year-old boy might not find a naked girl hot yet. Like that might kick in when he turns 14. Like we just don't know. Go ahead, Alex. I mean, Aaron. There's a lot of kids here tonight. Come on, you
A lot
guys.
of A's in this room.
Yeah.
Yes, but I don't know. Anonymous, I think you kind of said it best. It doesn't matter. It's he's your little brother. You still love him. I mean, you don't have to think so hard or read so much into this. I mean, when he's ready to say, regardless, then he'll just say. I mean, you'll find out eventually.
Yeah, and especially like the more open you are about, like, if you talk about gay people in the media, or if you guys watch Glee or shows that have gay people and you're like, that kid's awesome, like Kirk is the best, like he's got the best voice on the show, and just like compliment any gay people in the media that you guys watch together so that he knows that you're like down with LGBT, and then he'll know if he's going to come out to anyone, he'll come out to you, because like you've always just been like completely open-minded about everyone. Just sit and watch Ellen together, and and talk about how pretty she is, because she is. But yeah, because gay or straight, like Ellen's hot, right? So I mean, just some things are, and so it doesn't matter if you're gay or straight. And the more he knows that, then the closer he'll feel about telling you and not worrying about any kind of judgment. Who else has a thought? We are Our Place Out Loud. We are at 888-531-7171. And we have... You want me to name all these kids, Howard? Okay, we've got Rory, Austin, Aaron, Olivia. We've got Alex, Kimute, Sio, Devin, and of course Jake. We don't have a camera for Jake today because we have so many special guests in the studio. And we're going to do thread theater. So this time I gave you guys parts and so that you could practice your lines so there wouldn't be, so that we would have like a smoother production. And this one was suggested by Country Boy, and he's right. It's a really good one. So take it away. Curtain up. Please say the name, or I can say the name of who you're playing every time you have a line. Do you guys want to do it that way? Perfect. So you can stay in character. All right, curtain up and Super Pandas. Did I not assign this role? You did, but oh, dang. Okay, Austin. I guess you're Super.
Well, I'm other, so here
Okay.
it goes. Okay. Thread is bullying. Is arrest the best option? I think yes, because of the emotional pain they cause.
Judging by the fact that some bullying cases lead to suicide, yes.
Country Boy.
Yeah, because exactly like what Wolf has said, it leads to suicide in many cases. That could be considered capital murder.
Lucas.
Yes, because it's just like a child running away from their parents. They'll get arrested once the popo finds them. They cause their parents such worry as if everyone else is in suicidal bullying case.
Green Day.
No, because they're allowed to be a-holes. Read the book The Giver. If you want the world to be like that, arrest bullies and don't let people be mean to each other. I hate bullies and I am a common victim. But what kind of world would we live in if you were forced to be nice to everyone?
McKaylee J. I think that's you, Austin.
Actually, it would be a nice world. You don't have to be friends with people, but seriously, bullying is stupid and immature.
Jenny, I will play Jenny. I think that anything that would be an arrestable offense if someone did it to you in the street should be arrestable in a school environment as well. So that includes verbal harassment, sexual harassment, or violence of any kind. Green Day, we already live in a world with laws. They should just also apply to schools. Do you really think that bullying should be consequence-free because people should have the right to do what they like to people? Cupcake Lover.
I don't think they need to be arrested. I think suspension would be good enough. If you have to get arrested for calling someone names, that's a little extreme.
Skater.
Well, bullying is a constant thing. The bully could be texting threats to the victim and we wouldn't know a thing. And it's not just about names, it's about physical interaction, too.
Katie Cakes.
You should not get arrested for bullying. Yes, it is a very bad thing that should not be done. Bullies do need to learn a lesson.
Country Boy.
I completely disagree with you, Cupcake Lover. More than half of all suicides are because of bullying. Countless kids and adults have killed themselves because they were belittled so much they felt no need to live. Yes, adults have been bullies to that extent, too.
Cupcake Lover.
Yeah, suicides. That's the point. Not murder. It's not the bully's fault they choose to pull the trigger. The reason people kill themselves because of bullying is because they keep it hidden and don't get help. Or they don't stand up for themselves and they don't have friends to stand up for them. Get mad at me for my opinion, but I think you have other options like getting a restraining order or filing assault charges. You don't have to kill yourself. That's your own choice.
D. Decker.
I think arrest is going a bit too far to start with for more common incidents where suspension from school will be necessary. But when it gets into people getting beat and people doing drugs, that's when I believe that the police and possible arrest, depending on the severity, come into the picture.
Lucas.
Arrest should be allowed, but only because too many lives lost without it. People shouldn't have to live through bullying. It's just not fair to anyone. No one deserves to be put through so much pain that they think the only way out is heaven. I used to think that way. And believe me when I tell you this, it ain't fun. One day, me and my friend Sarah took my dad's gun and intended to use it on each other. That's how miserable, worthless, and hated we felt. Death isn't the way out. Arrest should be allowed, for the kids' sake.
Country Boy.
I agree with Lucas. These bullies should be tried for capital murder. That's how severe this issue is today.
Lucas.
Thanks, brother.
Oh, it's true, my friend. I've seen people kill themselves over bullying. That's manslaughter right there. Depending on the person, it could be considered a hate crime too and capital murder because you caused it.
Lonely Heart.
If it led to suicide, then yes. Otherwise, no. You don't know the bully story. Think of how many people would get arrested, and how much would that really do? It's not like we can arrest everyone for saying something. Bullying can't be stopped by an arrest. It could just make it worse.
Green Day.
Well, according to my school, saying something like that's gay is bullying, so 90% of my school would be arrested. Also, I don't think we need to fill prisons with teens who called somebody fat. Yes, feelings are hurt, but it would be horrible to have people in prison for saying gay, alongside murderers or rapists. Also, according to what I've read, every human being bullies someone at one point. And saying something like "leave me alone" or "go away" is bullying. It's a horrible idea to arrest people for bullying.
Lonely Heart.
I'm not saying it's not. The whole situation should be looked at, not only what was said.
Super.
If they're constantly physically and verbally hurting someone, I think it should be allowed, or have boarding schools as an alternative, but they should somehow be removed from schools.
Lucas.
If no one does arrest, then it only gets worse. And another reason it should be allowed is because being arrested not only scares the bullies, but it also doesn't look good on college and job apps.
Country boy.
Guys, I talked to Wheezy, and she's making this a segment on Our Place Out Loud. Yeehaw! I'm excited.
Coolio. Am I in it? Smiley face. LOL. JK. But that would be awesome.
Oh, yay.
I know, right? I'll call in when they're doing it.
Just saying, my cousin was arrested for bullying. He was a homophobe and called this kid faggot a lot. Never anything else. And he killed himself in prison. Just saying.
It has it has kind of a dark ending. Are you there, country boy? Are you there, country boy?
I'm right here.
Country boy.
I hear something like in the background. It seems like he's away from the phone.
Mm-hmm. He's probably upset with Rory's impression.
Yeah, he didn't like.
I'll be filling in for country boy today.
Disrespectful. This is a very serious topic.
Watch him have a really deep
He's called in before.
line. I haven't heard the voice.
He doesn't sound anything like what Rory.
He doesn't sound like Roy at all. I really want to go on the phone today.
Hey, Fang.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
Do you want to yell at Rory?
Well, I wasn't there for that part because I had to go feed my cat real quick.
Okay. That's perfect.
Wait, no, he wasn't impersonating it though.
It's the kids. The
was
kids all had
very-
parts. This was a
it was a
really
nice
long
portrayal.
thread. This was a really long thread, and the
Well,
kid.
I saw it because the phone is quicker than the live feed.
Ah.
It's
All right. Well,
sort of
you're gonna enjoy this on the playback because.
Well, I saw the guy do my part.
Yep. Raise your hand, Rory.
Did I call him that much that you know how to impersonate me?
Yes, he exactly knows how to do your accent. He doesn't know exactly what state you're in, but he's thinking it may be Alabama or Arkansas. Something with an A.
No.
Something with an A. But don't tell us where you live. Don't tell us where you live. And he's an actor with a SAG card. So you've just been portrayed by a famous actor who has a Chevrolet commercial that's airing on television right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. And then Devin, of course, who played the part of Lucas Evans, is the star of the best Ryan Sheckler parody on YouTube.
Oh, that was you.
Hashtag humble brag.
Hashtag humble brag. Yeah, so go on YouTube and put Ryan Schechter or Life of Ryan Best One, and we already
Or
have.
if you just typed in my name, it pops up. I
Yeah,
think
we
it's
have
on,
like
the first page.
50,000 views.
Something ridiculous.
Yeah. You know why? Because we're talented.
I was sitting at that
Thank
table
you.
earlier eating pizza, and I was like, man,
Yeah, this is
thinking of all the lines.
Yeah, this is where the magic happened. Yep.
I have a question.
All right, let's get back to the topic because this was Country Boy. This was a really, really excellent episode of Thread Theater. Thank you for reminding me all week long that it had to happen because it's essential, and it was such an interesting question, and the debates were all really well thought out and very valid. So, and I know that you, a Country Boy, believe that kids should get prosecuted for bullying in schools. So, how would you decide between like maybe jamming a kid into a locker as you walked by, or saying a bad word? Like, what defines bullying? The relentlessness of it, or what?
Bullying is just pretty much some sort of action that puts down someone else in any form or fashion. So I'll give you an example from my school.
Okay.
I showed up to school one day with a different haircut. You know, I usually wear my hair flat, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I showed up with it, you know, with the spiky small mohawk down the middle, and then the bangs spiked up. I got called gay. And that's a stereotype right off the image, and all the guys laughed at that. But that made me feel bad because, you know, I like that haircut.
Mm-hmm.
I like that hairstyle. It looked good to me.
Yeah, you liked it. It was good to you, and so now you couldn't wear it because people were going to say things. So
Yeah.
is that what defines bullying? Is it words, or just something that demeans another person? Because sometimes someone can make like a little comment offhand that's just rude, and it's not.
Yeah.
It
But,
may be
like, bullying.
technic-
Okay, so bullying would be under the harassment column.
right.
If all the different, so, you know, you got the sexual abuse, you got the abuse column, got the harassment column, and then you got the other.
Okay.
This would be considered, okay, so the verbal would be considered harassment,
Mm-hmm.
which is against the law. The the physical would be under the abuse.
So
That's also
anything
against
that
the law.
wouldn't fly in the workplace shouldn't fly at
Yes,
school. Go ahead, Olivia.
Like, I was tortured in elementary school, but, like, I mean, yes, I think that something should have been done because, I mean, even teachers got involved. But, I mean, could you imagine, like, a 7.5-year-old, like, being arrested? Like,
I think
feel
he's
like people
talking
would-
more about high school, aren't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, high school, middle school.
Yeah, high school, middle school. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was harassed by someone and they were arrested, and you know, but that it needed to happen, and that was last year.
I mean, a lot of
So-
the kids in the thread were talking about how, like, they'd be in jail with rapists. Well, child offenders, no matter what they do, aren't going to prison with adults. They're going to
Yeah, they're going to juvie.
You know, but they should have to go into, like, some massively intensive therapy where they understand the consequences of what they're doing. Because those kids are in pain, and they're also still kids. So I kind of agree with you, Fang, but not, like, to the extent of, like, calling it a crime. Instead, intervention. Go ahead, Kyo.
I feel like the way I imagined it when it was proposed was you bully someone and then all of a sudden you're arrested. I feel like if that even happened, there would be warnings and be warnings to stop, or there should at least, and notify someone that they're bullying, because I think people can do it and then not think they're bullying. And I also think that there's a certain, like, once it gets to being extreme, then the law should get involved. But it's kind of a gray area, and somebody needs to decide in a case-by-case what needs people's attention, like the law's attention, and what doesn't.
But, you know, what Fang is saying and, like, what kids are saying is that, like, why is it that nobody really notices until some kid kills himself? Because then we've lost a life and nobody was paying any attention. That's why people are so serious about this.
Like Cupcake Lover was saying, they have a choice in their life, or tell someone. Most cases, like, I've been bullied, and I was too scared to tell someone because, it's the same exact scenario as if you're in an abuseful relationship with an older person. You're too scared and mentally scarred to go and tell someone because, you're scared that if they know that they got reported, they're going to come and attack you.
Yeah, you're kind of brainwashed and terrified. Yeah, that's a very good point. Theo.
So what makes you think that being arrested would change, like, would help people go and tell what's happening? Like, I still think I would be just as scared, no matter what the consequences.
Well, yeah, you're still going to be scared. But then once you report it and you know that the bully won't be able to get you,
I see.
Because of them being arrested.
Right, he won't be at school
then
the next
you'll
day.
have
Yeah.
you might be able to get a little bit more self-confidence to go and get therapy, because that's definitely what a kid who's bullied needs,
I
especially
agree.
in middle school.
Yeah,
and
especially
early
middle
high
school is the worst. Go ahead, Rory.
Yeah, another thing is, I think for us, and for me at least, growing up in Los Angeles, it's, I gotta believe, a little harder to bully people here than it would be in places like the South or like that. And I don't know if that's entirely true, but I'd be willing to bet that in some places where it's a little more ignorant, not necessarily just the South, but lots of places in the country where it's a little more ignorant, it's a little more acceptable to be intolerant, where there are teachers who don't care and probably bully themselves. I've heard many cases where teachers bully students.
Well,
Not here, though.
What you're talking about is like maybe parts of the country that aren't as accepting in like a lot of diversity, diverse personalities.
Right.
Like your haircut in Los Angeles would have been like cool, you know. But like
Right.
Olivia lives in Los Angeles and she was bullied horribly. So, I mean, yes, we
Right,
have more
right.
different types of people. We don't have to like toe as strict a line.
But I'm saying, but she said herself that the person was arrested.
Well, no,
You know what I mean?
that person didn't go to my school.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, there are places where not only would somebody not be arrested, but even people would agree with the bullying. Do you know what I mean?
Like even
that's-
adults might say,
yeah.
Well,
yeah,
Like, not everywhere is Los Angeles.
boys will be boys,
Well,
you know, that
in-
kind of crap.
Right.
In elementary school, like when the teachers like kind of got, like they went along with it. Like these kids, like they put up horrible drawings of me, and the teachers wouldn't take them down, and they're like, "Well, it's accurate. You're fat." Like they were like, "You're bigger. You're bigger," and I'm just
You
like,
were never fat.
Well, I was bigger than the other kids, you know? So, like, I don't know. And then, like, a couple of kids who were, like, always in the musicals said to a teacher that they wouldn't want me in the musical, and then I wasn't allowed to be in it.
Oh, that's horrible.
So, like, I mean, I went to private school, and money was a big thing there.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, it was a Jewish private school, so then they would also give out challah on Friday.
Right.
And kids would go into my cubby and rip it up, so I couldn't take it home.
Oh, they're horrible.
And then
Keo, one more point from Keo, and then we're going to get to our musical guest. I'm sorry, Olivia.
I don't care.
We're here for you. You do care.
I just wanted
Never
to say
again.
that if being arrested for bullying is more of a common thing, I feel like personally it might have the opposite effect. It would have the opposite effect for me. I would be more scared because I would think this is really going to affect this kid's life, like what he's doing. He's going to get arrested. He's going to go somewhere.
But I think it should be a specific type of arrested where they have, like, it's almost like a scared straight program. Liv?
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be better if the school got involved before, you know,
Yes,
the
but-
police did.
But you know
Like
what?
how-
Every
like-
school is different, and like,
Right.
what if the city's standard of how to react was always the same? So if this, then that, and it was, I know
Right.
people don't want like a lot of government involvement in our private lives, but the school, at your school, they weren't doing enough to help you.
Right.
They
But I
were-
mean, when I got to middle school, like, if you logged onto Facebook on a school computer, the school saved your password and you could log on to your Facebook and see what you were doing. So that's how in middle school, like, people wouldn't do anything on Facebook or like the cyberbully because they knew that the school could see it.
Yeah, accountability. I just think that there's freedom within boundaries. CO.
Okay, but also all the police are different. I mean, like
Yeah.
in Santa Monica, you can call and be like, my neighbor has the TV on really loud. And in Los Angeles, you can call and be like, my neighbor has the TV on really loud. And they'll be like, okay. That's
What are they
nice."
watching? You
But
should pull up a
exactly,
chair.
Exactly. So it's like, it's not really any different than the difference in
Yeah, location.
school. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're going to get to our musical guest. Country Boy, thank you so much for the topic, and thank you for all your insights. You are a wise young man. We're thrilled to have you with us at our place. And listen to the show because we're going to have some great music right now. All right, so we have Patty, and she has a couple of CDs that you can go. Where can we get these, Patty?
Hey, sorry. You can get them on iTunes,
it's
Amazon, my website, pattymatson.com. It's
pattymatson.com.
pattymatson.com.
This one is called The Road, and you'll notice she's standing in one.
Yeah. Hey, that's a
And-
road.
And shortly after this, a car came, and the rest
That
we're
was
not
it.
going to talk about. It was very ugly.
What's the next album going to be called?
I didn't want to.
Well, the next one was
The Ocean?
Wonders of This Holiday, and it's original holiday tunes that kick. They're so
It's a
good.
Christmas album.
I love.
It's
you know
a
what?
6-song holiday EP. You will love it.
I'm Jewish, but I love Christmas.
Go
songs
Christmas
because
music.
we have like 5 songs.
I'm
and that's
like a
pretty much
big
all we
Andy
do.
Williams freak, so bring on the Christmas.
Sorry. I flip my headset around. So I
All
know
right,
it's
so
on.
you guys have time for 2 songs. So I know you
Oh, we
were
get to
battling
do both of
between
them.
which two to
Yeah,
do.
I was going to ask you guys what you want, what you
I
prefer.
want both of them, baby.
Okay, Lady Cakes, let's rock it out. This first song we're going to do then is called Little Joys, and there's a video to this tune. I want JoJo to have the words because he's helping me with a couple of backgrounds. There's a video to this song on my website, so it's kind of fun. And it's just about the little joys in life, those things that, all the little things.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Test it. just splashed down in a puddle, felt the raindrops on my lips. I can taste the sky as I run. I'm laughing while I'm looking down so I don't slip. Here comes the dog with his stubble, leaving a trail on the new carpet. He's bringing me a kiss full of love, and I'm laughing while I'm looking at what to fix. Can't focus on what's going wrong when I have got all this. Now with the cool days, rainy nights, sunshine and sweet moonlight, and laughing till you can't talk. Well, there's long runs, little ones, and what they say it's funny, even when sometimes it's not. 'Cause there's a rainbow and a breeze, and what I see are the little joys. My family's huge, nothing like 'em. All cool, even the few misfits. There ain't a dull moment. It's so much fun just laughing while we hang around and shoot the shit. What's going down? I tell you now, I don't wanna miss. With all the cool days, rainy nights, sunshine and sweet moonlight, and laughing till you can't talk. Well, there's long runs, little ones, and what they say it's funny, even when sometimes it's not. 'Cause there's a rainbow and a breeze, and what I see, the glass is half full, no, the party isn't over. I'm gonna stay until it's good and done, at least until I can't get my refill on. 'Cause there's the cool days, rainy nights, sunshine and sweet moonlight, and laughing till you can't talk. And there's long runs, little ones, and what they say it's funny, even when sometimes it's not. I've got the hot sun, starry skies, fun and love in your eyes, and holding the hands as we walk. There'll be short sums to overcome, but when the day is done, well, it'll turn out in the wash. 'Cause there's a rainbow and a breeze I wanna feel, and a hummingbird that's like a color wheel. There's an ocean and another holiday, yeah. A smile from someone who's gonna say it's the little joys, all the little joys.
Hell yeah.
That was awesome. Do you guys have any questions for Patty and or Joe about songwriting or music or trying to make it in the music industry? Anything?
How do you make it in the music industry?
Well, listen, I can't answer that question, right? I'm not Usher, so yeah, it's as far as I've come, I've done a ton of gigs over the years, from Vegas to Atlantic City to I'm not 20, but I believe that you just if you're a writer, you just keep writing, keep doing what you love, never give up. Don't let people tell you you're too old, you're too young. You just keep on rocking and putting it out there. And there's a lot of opportunities for you to make money with music, too. If you're a writer, you can get licensing. So there can be some really great places for you to prosper and still not be a super recognized artist like the folks, a Justin Bieber. You can be an independent artist and still do well.
And pee in toilets.
You can do, yeah. Hey. So, yeah.
Alex Silver.
What genre do you classify yourself in, or do you cover them all?
This record is it's pretty much pop country. It's pop rock / southern rock. But because some of my songs edge towards kind of Bonnie Raitt, which is what they would say is rock and soul, or R&B. Not R&B, but rock and blues, as it were. There's quite a few songs on this record that are edging towards that vibe. Devil is a really good it's rocking.
You know what I would call your genre? Rockin' good time.
All right, Lady Cakes, what's up?
Yep.
Some of my friends say it's on Spotify. Is that right?
Yes, it's on Spotify.
Yeah.
It's on iTunes. On my website, you can see some of the live performances acoustically that we've done at Jump Cut Cafe of some of the tunes off the road. And then, most of them are, available somewhere.
Yeah, they're all loving you in the chat, by the way.
Okay, so
that's
question
nice,
from
dear.
the
Thank you,
chat.
guys.
Do you know One Direction?
Well, I don't know them personally. No.
Okay, not yet. Sio.
I really like your voice.
Yeah, it's so great.
Like I really enjoyed listening to you guys because I could see like a connection between you guys.
Aw.
And I really like that.
We
No,
love you, JoJo.
I really like that a lot. I like it when people are having fun with each other.
Yeah. So
I
fun.
like that.
Hey, listen, I got to tell you, Joe Kuseo, he has his own music. He does his own stuff. He's incredible. And I couldn't do this sort of acoustic thing without him. So,
Yeah, Joe.
yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
Joe.
very grateful to have him.
And Rory had a question. Then we're going to do a final song out.
I just want to ask you where you're from.
Originally, I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota. That's right. My first producer was
the
Des
land
Dickerson.
of 1,000 lakes.
Yeah, my first
they-
producer was Des Dickerson of Prince and the Revolution.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, Alex.
Quick question from the chat.
Yeah.
Like, where do you get your inspiration from? If you were to name out one artist or three artists off the bat.
Oh, God. An artist. Listen, I get a lot of inspiration. I think my biggest influences, I would say, were Bonnie Raitt, Ann Wilson of Heart, Aretha Franklin. And I'd say those are my top three. But there's a lot of people from, when I grew up, like Bob Seger or, that these guys are just killer. And Prince, I mean, you listen to this stuff, and I'm incredibly influenced by some of that in this stuff. Yeah.
All right, well, let's roll on to your final tune, and that will play us out. Little hydration.
Okay, I'm going to move this over here quickly and pull this out for myself. Hang on. This is the second time we've done this tune out, so we're working it.
Yay.
You're standing there watching me. Reach out, boy, come talk to me. You're thinking about what to say. If you don't take a chance, well, there'll be no way. One small step, take it, now's the time. You got nothing to lose, you just might find you made the sunshine out of the rain. You pulled the stars down out of the sky where you hold them, run that doubt away. I said, just one step, two steps, you're in the game. Ooh, 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 you're in the game. Now you're here, take my hand, yeah. Let's rock on and sway with the band. Feel the groove, that rush and all. If you hadn't made a move, there'd be nowhere to go. Just one step, take it, now's the time. You sure won't know if you don't try to see the sunshine out of the rain, to pull the stars down out of the sky where you hold them, run that doubt away. Just one step, two steps, you're in the game. Ooh, 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 you're in the game. You gotta hit the ball, no, you won't fall. Gonna run down that line. Head to the goal, don't you slow. This is your time. You're in your rhythm, just the way you want it to be. You took a stand, said I can. Now look what's waiting. Sun shining out of the rain. You pull the stars down out of the sky where you hold them. Run that doubt away. Just one step, two steps. Yeah, you pull the sunshine out of the rain. You got the stars coming out of the sky where you hold them. So run that
game. Ooh, 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 you're in the game.
Thank you. Thank you, Patty Matson. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, everybody on the panel. All my kids, I love you, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
You guys are incredible.
Awesome.
I've been out there wandering. I've been in here wondering, hoping, reaching, wishing I could find my way. Then I found